So we've been talking about it for a really long time, we've been writing about it for a really long time, and that time has finally passed us by. The time I'm talking about is April 1, 2020, which is a really special day. Not only because that's April Fool's Day, but also because from April 1, 2020, BS6 emission norms have become mandatory all across India. And that has meant that there have been a host of new cars, motorcycles, scooters that have come our way in the form of all new models, variants, avatars, facelifts and everything in between. And that's great. Hopefully we'll also have cleaner air to breathe in the coming years, but it's not all that positive. Because you see, as an auto enthusiast, there are some vehicles that you can no longer buy. And we're going to list out 5 such cars that are not available in the Indian market anymore. So the first car on our list has to be the Tata Safari. Yes, the Tata Safari Storm is no longer on sale, which was perhaps one of the most iconic SUVs to be rolled out on our roads. In terms of road presence, there was almost nothing that could match what a Safari could when it was out on road. But in today's time, well, Tata has decided to update the Nexon and the Harrier and all those SUVs to BS6 emission norms. The Tata Safari has to drive into the sunset. Now the second car on our list has to be the Toyota Altis. Now that was the sedan that took the fight to the Germans in India. Now, when we talk about robustness, when we talk about build quality, when we talk about reliability, well, there's almost nothing like a Toyota out there. And if you wanted all of that in a premium sedan, well, the Toyota Altis was the go-to option. It competed with the likes of the Honda Civic and the Skoda Octavia, but no longer because the Toyota Altis is not on sale. So the third car on our list is the Skoda Octavia, which too was the competitor to the Toyota Altis and will no longer be sold in the Indian market. Now the Skoda Octavia has a really interesting case to itself. The Octavia name is not only the most popular Skoda in India, but all around the world. And BS6 emission norm compliant cars are very similar to the Euro 6 emission norm compliant cars that are sold internationally. And there is a Skoda Octavia that is sold internationally, which is an updated model to the one that we had on our shores. However, we do not expect that car to be coming to our market because we expect the all-new model that is coming out next year to be launched in India. But till then, no more Skoda Octavia for us. Car number 4, that has to be the Honda Accord. Yes, the Honda Accord, the most popular perhaps sedan from the house of Honda other than the Civic to be ever rolled out in the country. Now, the Honda Accord also has a really interesting case to itself. Now, that was a really popular car on Indian roads. However, the latest model that came out was imported in our country as a completely built unit, which means it was taxed heavily, which means that the Honda Accord came at a price tag of over 50 lakh rupees without taxes, and that's a lot of price to pay for a Honda Accord. Well, that subsequently meant that very few people bought that car, despite that car being a fabulous car to drive and to be driven in. But seems like as of now, we'll have to make do with the Honda Civic. Now, car number 5 has a bit of a sad story to it because that car is the Mitsubishi Pajero Sport. Yes, the sad part is not only the fact that you will no longer be able to buy that car, but the way it has said goodbye to our market. It came back in 2012, it got some updates over the years, but finally, it is time to say goodbye to that car. The sad thing is that if you open the Mitsubishi India website right now, no longer will you see the car on sale, but also you will no longer be able to see any dealership that is listed in our country, and that's a bit sad way to say goodbye. But nevertheless, let's remember the car for the good times that it had, which was its popularity, being the most popular Mitsubishi to be sold in India. So that wraps up our list of the top 5 iconic cars that you will no longer be able to buy because of the BS6 emission norms. Now, having said that, the BS6 emission norm is a great thing to happen to our country because, well, we all want cleaner air to breathe in. And, well, that also means that we have to say goodbye to some cars. But here's to hoping that they come back in the near future.